Vice President Rockefeller arrived at Greater Buffalo International Airport this afternoon on a private jet from LaGuardia Airport, just a half hour before his scheduled appearance before the 2 p.m. grand jury in Warsaw. Security was tight, even though Rockefeller was only met by a handful of people. Secret Service cordoned off an area for reporters while the private jet taxied in. Just before boarding an Army helicopter with his staff, the Vice President talked with First Team News about his role in Attica.
Vic Baker from Channel 4, Mr. Rockefeller. We'd like to ask you a question. If you had Attica to do over again as governor, how would you have changed it? Would you have done anything differently, and what?
I think the one mistake was not going through from the beginning, as has always been the tradition when there's an uprising, and retake the prison.
Do you think that...
The man went in, as you know, the state police with no weapons, riot-trained group, and I think that's what's... In retrospect, but under the circumstances, with the threats that the inmates were making, they kill the hostages. The commissioner, when he arrived, said, stop the retake, I'll negotiate, I can arrange for the freeing of the hostages.
Any regrets?
Well, I do my best. I regret the whole incident. I mean, it's a tragic thing, lives were lost, and the whole thing was tragic, but you have to do your best.
Conclusion. Is there a need to investigate the actions of the police and the corrections officers, do you feel?
Well, I know that all of them were investigated by Fisher. Now, whether additional investigation should be undertaken, that's the decision that I guess this grand jury is in the process of making.
Do you have any candidate?
Well, I will go, and I'm going voluntarily to testify before them. I'll testify under oath and waive immunity.
You will.
What, do you feel that there was wrongdoing on the part of law enforcement officers and on the part of officials?
I wasn't there. The circumstances were very difficult, very tense, and that kind of question can only be answered through investigation. I think that these men were trying to carry out their very tough assignments and showed great bravery in the process. It was a very difficult assignment.
Is it a political liability to you, Attica? Do you feel it as...
Well, if you get elected to office, you accept responsibility, you have to take whatever responsibilities come, whether they're pluses or minuses.
Will it be a factor, do you think, in the vice presidential picture for 76, Attica?
I don't think so.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you very much.
The former governor was on a tight schedule for his appearance in Warsaw. Army choppers left in a trio short hop to Wyoming County, not far from where 43 lives were lost nearly 4 years ago in one of the bloodiest prison revolts in history. Vic Baker, First Team News, Greater Buffalo International Airport.